Hello everyone, my name is Yang. Welcome to my first YouTube video. Before I start, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. During the recent Chinese New Year, my Aunt Hui called me from China. She said, "Yang, when are you coming back? I found a perfect guy for you. Good for marriage." You see, my aunt has been very worried about me. She thinks I'm too old and I should be married as soon as possible. But I don't agree with her. This argument between us has roots in the place where I come from. 7 years ago, I immigrated from a small city called Xuzhou in China, where people are very traditional, where they expect women to be married and have children before they're 25. Now, I'm already over 25. I did not get married and I do not have children. So you can see I failed at being a traditional Chinese woman. But instead, I choose to succeed in higher education. This is what I want. My first name is Yang. In Chinese, this means the ocean. My mom named me that because she hoped that one day I would go across the ocean to start here in America. Indeed, the American dream can be real. This is why I named my YouTube channel Think Like the Ocean. When I am with my friends, I always share my ideas and my thoughts. Inspired by my words, they started making big life changes. One was motivated to go to law school. One was determined to go to medical school. One was to recover from severe depression. One was driven to become a pilot. One was directed to find the true love. One finally found the purpose and meaning of living life, and so forth. In turn, they encouraged me to share my ideas with more people in the world. This is why I am here today. I came to YouTube for one reason, and one reason alone: to use my mind to help more people. The first topic I want to address is hope. According to statistics, 40% of Americans are lonely. 80% of people with depression relapse, and 10 times more people are depressed now than in 1954. A sharp rise in societal symptoms in the relatively short time indicates that the root cause of most depression isn't in chemical imbalance. Human genes do not change that fast. Something else accounts for this. What is it? People are losing hope, and they are losing faster than at any time in history. What about 20% of people who recover from depression and don't relapse? By the way, do you know the meaning of relapse? It means after recover from depression, a person's depressive symptoms have returned and their functioning is decreased. So what about the 20%? Researchers found that the simple methods focused on cultivating the best in themselves not only prevented them from relapsing, but also maintained sustainable levels of well-being for more than 1 year. Not only did they learn how to steer clear of depression, but they also often learned to thrive. They learned hopefulness. So, what exactly is hope? I think hope is faith holding out its hand in the dark. I have a client, let's call her Jenna. Jenna lived in a beautiful giant house in a rich neighborhood in San Diego. Her husband is the CEO of the company and makes a lot of money, and her son maintains good grades in high school. Her life looks glamorous. People think she must be very happy. But instead, she suffered from severe depression for 6 years. When she came to see me at my psychotherapy office, I saw her she was in low spirits and felt tired all the time. She couldn't concentrate in our conversation. She lost pleasure in any activities. She also lost appetite and she couldn't sleep without having sleeping pills. I even noticed that she repeatedly focused on negative things, such as blaming her husband cheating on her, blaming her son not talking to her, and blaming herself for being unhappy and lonely. She got stuck there and couldn't find a way out. So I decided to instill hopefulness to her. Hopefulness doesn't deny her situation. It just defines it differently. Like you're watching this video, you're not denying your situation. You're just searching another way to look at it. Instead of fight, flight, or freeze, we add hope as our option number 4. Now, let me show you something very interesting. It is a drawing from 1892 by Flagelnder Blatter, a humor German magazine. What can you see from this image? I believe most of you can see there's a duck facing the left side of the page. Now slowly look over to the right. Did you see something change? The eye of the duck becomes the eye of the rabbit. The duck's beak becomes the rabbit's ears. Glancing to the left, you will see the duck again. Shifting to the right, you will see the rabbit. You should be able to go back and forth between the two animals, shifting impressions according to what you focus on. As you change the way you look at it, the thing you look at has changed as well. This is what we're after, a shift in perspective. When something happens to put us in a bad mood, the world seems desolate and unwelcoming. But when we are invited to shift our perspective just slightly and asked to look at it through a different lens, something changed. We see the world differently and can respond to it with more positivity. Back to Jenna's case, the way I shifted her perspective was to give her a blank piece of paper. Like right now, I suggest you to do the same thing. Having a piece of paper in front of you and listing everything you can remember doing yesterday. Don't leave anything off, even if just doing house chores like taking out garbage or washing dishes. You can pause the video for a minute here and come back when you're ready. Are you done writing them down? Great, let's continue. Now, I want you to look at your yesterday through the lens of gratitude and make a list of 3 specific things you feel thankful for yesterday. The more specific, the better. For example, I live in California. The weather is sunny and beautiful yesterday, so I took a walk outside and ran into a friend I hadn't seen in a while, and we had a nice conversation. I am very grateful for that. So make a list like this and come back when you are done. Welcome back. I'd like to invite you to compare the 2 lists. If you're like most people, your memory of yesterday in the first list was rather matter of fact, recalled through a habitual lens. It is based on how our brain typically functions, with a negativity bias in place, which means the negative events have a greater impact on our brain than positive ones. But in the second list, when you look at your yesterday through the lens of gratitude, the days become highlighted by positivity. A so-so day likely gets better, and a good day is enhanced. After I showed Jenna this simple gratitude exercise, her perspective was shifted. She noticed the positive. She was grateful that she wasn't alone. She started to open up her heart to her family and friends. She was getting a lot better. Okay, to wrap up today's video, let me tell you this. When you're sad, depressed, or feeling stuck, please get a piece of paper. Write down the things you're grateful for, which will change your perspective, increase your positivity, and maybe even change your life. I am Ocean. I'm here to help you to think positively. If you like this video, please subscribe. More inspiring videos will be on the way. I am looking forward to seeing you next time. Bye!